Hey guys, it's Valeria, and today I'm going to tell the story of my adoption. So, on June 1st, 2003, I was born in Magadan, Russia. And I don't really know much about my fraternal mother, so there's not much to say there. But I don't really know how long I was with her. I know that I was taken away from her and that she had multiple choices, like chances to come back and to get me, because once I was taken away, I was put in what they called a baby house, which is pretty much like a house full of kids. And so I was there, and there was a court date that she could have came to. She could have fought to get me back, and she could have gotten me back, but she didn't show up. And so the police, I don't know what they call them, but the police in Russia went to go find her. And when they went to find her and when they went to her house, she was gone. Everything was gone. And she's kind of left. But then I was taken back to the baby house, of course, and she came back a couple months later, about 13 to 15 months later, and she said that, well, no, she brought this man, and she wanted to convince this man that I was his baby. And so she told him, "This is your baby." And he said, "No, it's not." And so the people who were watching over me asked, "Do you want her? Do you want to take her home?" And she said no. She left. So when that happened, my adopted parents, which are my parents, they were in the process of coming to get me and coming and bringing me back to the United States. And so that put the adoption in a lot of jeopardy. They could have made my parents wait 15 more months, because technically the baby and the mother, father are not supposed to be in contact with each other for 15 months, and then the baby can be adopted. But thank God they didn't make that happen, and I was able to be adopted. And finally, on September 4th of 2004, I was adopted. And later on, I'm not sure how long, but later on, I was brought to the United States. I was welcomed by all of my family, by my aunts, my uncles, my grandparents, all of that. And so I guess the overall story of this is, if you're adopted, it can be hard, and it can be really heart-wrenching. But I think one of the things that you and I also had to realize is that your adopted parents, they didn't go and do all of that just to have you scream at them that you hate them, which, yes, I have done that. Me and my parents went through a really rough time where we could not ever talk without screaming. We always argued. We just, it was a really bad time for us. And I did tell them that I hated them and that I wish that they had never adopted me. But in all reality, I wouldn't change anything about it. If I had a chance to go back and to change who adopted me, who my family is, I wouldn't. I wouldn't change it at all. Because these people that I live with, we might argue, but I love them with all of my heart. And they saved my life.